Welcome back. You're still watching Technoholik. Now shifting focus from all the crazy gaming action and getting into something serious. Not that gaming is not serious. Stop giving me the evil eye. Apple recently unveiled iCloud, the new iOS5 and of course Mac OS X Lion. Now there are too many features to talk about, but we've made a short story to give you a peek into some of the features.
Apple came up with cloud computing, the iOS5 for their mobile services and Mac OS X Lion. Apple was focusing on the services and the software platform than launching breakthrough products. First up came the cloud computing from Apple, calling it iCloud. It gives you a lot of reasons to fill your house with Apple products. With iCloud, you won't even need to plug your iPhone or iPod to your computer to get your data on them. iCloud lets you sync all your apps across your iPad, iPhone, iPod Touch and Mac. So you'll never need to input your setting every time you buy a new Apple product. So now using Apple products will become even more simple as the iCloud services hits the tech world this fall. Along with the iCloud came the iOS 5. But iOS 5 is definitely a promising platform that would take the next generation Apple devices to an all-new level. Notification Center was a much-needed feature, and iOS 5 solves the notifications issue by directing all app notifications to the Notification Center on your iPhone and iPad. The new iOS 5 will bring faster camera access and finally makes a volume rocker activate the shutter. iMessages on iOS 5 powered devices will empower the users to send messages, photos and videos to other iOS 5 apps. And that too with a PC-free experience. Finally was the much-awaited Apple Mac OS X Lion. Apple makes sharing files between Macs really simple with Lion, as long as the Macs are physically in close proximity. Computers nearby will appear in the AirDrop section of the sidebar, and files can be sent from one computer to another. Lion's operating system, Wide Autosave, saves files every 5 minutes, and even when you take a break from the keyboard for a few seconds. OS X Lion will only cost $31.99, and it will be available through the Mac App Store via download.
Finally, Sagar, wireless syncing. Thank God for that.
Thank God for that, and thank God for the 5 GB free space which he's giving us.
But see, me and Sagar have a very biased opinion about every Apple device. I'm an all-in-out Apple fan. While he says that he's a BlackBerry person, he likes everything that Apple launches. So the only one who can give us an unbiased opinion is Abhimanyu Radhakrishnan. So Abhi, my question to you is, you've used the Amazon Cloud Player versus the iCloud and all of the services that it offers. Is it going to be a good thing? Will it be applicable in India at all?
Well, for one thing, I'm glad that on this show people admit their biases, so it wouldn't take that much rocket science on the part of our viewers to figure out that you two are Apple fans, and you're lucky that Varun isn't on the show this week, or he would have really taken you apart. But I'm going to say that, of course, although Apple has had the Midas touch as far as all its products is concerned, on the web it isn't really the same story. They've had Mac.com, which was a complete failure, MobileMe, which provides a sort of substandard service at a very high cost compared to most web services that are free and do much more than MobileMe is able to do. And they've got Ping, which has frankly gone nowhere as a social network. So the DNA of an internet company, a web company like a Google and Facebook, pretty different from what Apple is. So I am not that excited about the cloud. Moreover, they're competing, with 3-4 players who are already very serious in the cloud space, in the cloud music space. So you've got Google there, and you've got Amazon there as well. When Amazon launched their cloud player recently, I did try it out, and well, let's put it this way, it wasn't fantastic, cutting-edge stuff, but it did the job, and it was end-to-end. So you could buy your MP3 song on Amazon, download it in non-DRM format, so it's not copy protected. You can, copy it around to multiple devices, and instead of storing it on your hard disk, you have the option of downloading it, but you could also just keep it on your cloud and play it by logging into that web-based player from anywhere on the internet. Technically, I don't think any of this will be available in India. Till today, you don't have even Apple's iTunes Music Store here. You've got the App Store, but because of copyright issues, for different geographies, they haven't even launched the iTunes Store for India. So it's unlikely that this cloud music player, is going to find itself over here because of copyright issues. But in the overall scenario, the cloud is not infallible, so I would still suggest, keep your backups and your music on some hard drive somewhere and get into the same cycle that CIOs and corporations do when they manage their IT, when you're managing your personal cloud. But on the whole, to answer your question, cloud's going to take a while to hit India, especially all these services, and even when it does, I'm not so sure Apple is going to be the leader there.
I, for one, am very happy that iCloud got launched, and I can't wait to download iOS 5 so that I can take advantage of all the new features. And with that, it's an end to this edition of Technoholik. You can keep the conversation going on Twitter. Our IDs are flashing on your screens right now. And you can also email us at technoholic@indiatimes.com. And for all the news and updates, always stay logged on to technoholic.com. Now, before we let you go, I know we guys promised you a tablet special this week, but you just have to wait one more week for the ultimate tablet showdown on Technoholik next week. So till then, from me and Sagar, bye guys.